Hey everyone, and welcome back to Small Talk Podcast, your cozy place for real English, real stories, and real progress. I'm Mia.
And I'm Rick. Whether you're walking to school, cooking dinner, or just chilling, we're so glad you're here.
Rick, let's get real. Have you ever felt like your life is just work?
Oh, all the time. I once worked 10 hours a day and thought I was being productive, but I wasn't living. I was surviving.
I get that. I used to feel guilty when I wasn't working, like relaxing was a waste of time.
So many people feel that way. And today, we're talking about how to change it. Because having a life-work balance isn't a luxury, it's a need.
Yes. And if you're learning English, you need space to enjoy life and make time to grow. That's why we've prepared a free PDF for today's episode with key expressions, questions, and a special worksheet to help you reflect on your own routine.
You'll find the link in the description. And now, let's talk balance.
Rick, do you think mornings affect your whole day? I used to start my day in a hurry, checking my phone and rushing to get ready. I always felt tired before I even left the house. Now, I try to keep my mornings slower and more peaceful.
I can totally relate. I used to check my emails the second I woke up, and that made me stressed right away. It felt like my brain was already working before I had breakfast. These days, I don't touch my phone for the first 30 minutes.
That's smart. I like to drink a glass of water, stretch a bit, and just sit quietly for a minute. It helps me feel more in control. Even 5 minutes of quiet makes a difference.
I've also started walking for 10 minutes after I wake up. I don't go far, just around my block. But the fresh air and movement give me energy. I feel more ready to focus.
When I started writing one thing I'm grateful for every morning, my mindset changed. I stopped thinking only about my to-do list. Now I also think about the things I enjoy. It makes life feel more balanced.
Yes, exactly. It's not about having a perfect morning routine, it's about feeling grounded. Even small changes can shift your whole mood. A peaceful start helps the rest of the day go better.
And when your morning is calm, you make better decisions later. You're more patient, more focused, more kind. I think balance starts in the morning, not just in what we do, but in how we feel.
Totally agree. If you begin the day with intention, you don't feel like the day is controlling you. You control your time, and that's the first step to life-work balance. Have you ever asked yourself, why am I working so much? I used to think that being busy meant I was doing well, but one day I realized I was just tired all the time. I wasn't really enjoying anything.
I've been there too. I thought working more made me a better person, but honestly, it only made me feel stressed and disconnected. I was busy, but I wasn't really living.
I think many people feel like they should be busy all the time. Maybe they think rest is a sign of weakness, or they feel guilty if they take a break. That guilt can be hard to ignore.
It's true. I often said yes to everything at work just to please others, but inside I felt overwhelmed. I didn't even have time to think clearly. I was just moving from one task to the next.
We confuse being busy with being valuable, but they're not the same. Being always available doesn't mean you're more successful. Sometimes it just means you don't have strong boundaries.
Exactly. When I finally said no to some things, I felt lighter. I had more space in my day and in my mind. That space helped me think, rest, and breathe. It gave me my life back.
Saying no was hard for me at first, too. I thought I'd disappoint people, but the more I did it, the easier it got. And people still respected me. Even more, actually.
Yes, because when you respect your own limits, others do too. Overworking doesn't make us stronger, and it makes us burned out. And when we're burned out, we can't give our best.
Finding balance is not about being lazy. It's about being smart. We need rest to do good work. Without it, we just lose energy and joy.
Rick, have you noticed how balance looks different in different countries? In some places, people stop working at 4 or 5 p.m. and just go enjoy their evening. But in others, work goes late into the night. It's really interesting to compare.
Yes, I've read that in Finland, People leave work early and still do great. They trust each other to finish their tasks on time. And because they rest more, they feel happier and healthier. That's amazing to me.
In Spain, they take a long break in the afternoon. That's the siesta. People rest, eat, and then return to work later. It's part of their culture, and it shows that balance can be built into daily life.
Meanwhile, in Japan, overwork is a serious issue. Some people sleep in the office. They even have a word, karoshi, which means death from overwork. That's so scary.
Wow, I didn't know that. It really shows how much our habits are shaped by culture. But I think we can learn from different systems. No one way is perfect, but we can take small ideas that work for us.
I agree. Just because your culture pushes hard work doesn't mean you can't rest. You have to protect your time. Balance is your responsibility, even if the world around you doesn't help.
That's powerful. We don't have to copy other countries completely. But we can ask, what can I try? What small thing can I change in my daily life to feel more free?
For me, it was stopping work at 6 p.m. I used to work late into the evening. Now I give myself space to disconnect, and it makes a big difference. What about people who love their jobs? Do they still need balance? I used to think if I enjoy it, I can do it all day. But even passion has limits, and I learned that the hard way.
I hear you. I love teaching and creating content. But after a few weeks without a break, I felt tired and moody. I was still doing what I loved, but I had no energy left. That surprised me.
When we love our work, we often forget to pause. We feel excited and creative, but the body still needs rest. And if we ignore that, we crash.
Totally. I've started using timers. Work for 45 minutes, rest for 10. It helps me enjoy my work and take care of myself. Otherwise, I lose focus and the quality goes down.
Yes! I also take weekends seriously now. I used to think I didn't need them. But now I see how much they help me recover. I come back on Monday with more ideas.
Balance doesn't mean you stop loving your work. It just means you love yourself too. And that's healthy.
Exactly. You can be passionate and rest. You don't have to choose one or the other. That's the real balance.
And when you rest, you actually become better at your job. You think more clearly. You're more creative. Everyone wins. Rick, do you remember the first time you said no to work after hours? I remember feeling nervous, like I was doing something wrong, but actually it was one of the best things I did for myself. Setting boundaries was new to me.
Yes, I remember that too. I used to answer emails at 10 p.m., even on weekends. I thought I had to, or people would think I wasn't a good worker. But in reality, I was just burning out.
Same here. At some point, I asked myself, is this urgent, or am I just afraid to disconnect? Most of the time, nothing bad happens if I reply the next day, and people often understand more than we think.
I started using Do Not Disturb mode on my phone every evening. Now I stop working at 7 p.m. That small change made my evenings more peaceful, and I sleep better too.
I also started planning my off time, not just my work time. For example, I block 1 hour every evening for reading or walking. It's my personal time and I protect it, like a meeting with myself.
That's a great idea. I do something similar on Sundays. No emails, no work calls, just time for family, cooking, or relaxing. It helps me reset before the new week.
Boundaries are not about being lazy or rude. They're about respecting your limits. And when you respect your time, others do too.
Exactly. The best part is, I feel more focused during work hours now. Because I know there's a clear end to my day, that gives me energy to actually do better work. Let's be honest. Changing your whole life at once is hard. But small habits can make a big difference. For me, it started with just drinking water before coffee. That tiny act felt like self-care.
I love that. One of my small habits is writing my top 3 each morning, just 3 small goals for the day. When I finish them, I feel successful, even if the day is busy.
That's so helpful. I also take 5-minute breaks every hour. I stand up, stretch, or just breathe. It clears my mind and helps me stay focused.
One of my favorites is no phone during meals. I used to scroll while eating, but now I put my phone away. It helps me enjoy the moment and feel more present.
That's a good one. I try to go outside at least once a day, even for 10 minutes. Fresh air changes everything. It feels like a mental reset.
And it's so easy to forget that balance is built one step at a time. You don't need a perfect system, just one kind habit at a time. That's how real change begins.
Exactly. Small doesn't mean unimportant, it means realistic. And small habits are easier to keep in the long run.
Yes, and when you feel successful with one small change, you're more motivated to try another. It's like building blocks. Slowly, your routine becomes more balanced without stress.
Mia, I've been thinking about families and balance. Do you think kids are affected by how adults manage their time?
Absolutely. Kids watch what we do more than what we say. If they see us always working or always stressed, they think that's normal, and that can follow them as they grow up.
I agree. When I was a kid, my parents were always busy. I thought adults never rested. Now I understand that wasn't healthy for them or for me.
That's why I try to show calm in front of my little cousins. I take breaks, talk about feelings, and say no when I'm too tired. I want them to see that it's okay to stop.
I love that. I try to involve my kids in slow activities, like drawing or cooking together. It's not about doing a lot. It's about being present.
Yes, sometimes just sitting with them for 10 minutes without distractions makes a big difference. They feel safe, and I feel more connected too.
Balance at home builds a better future. When kids learn to rest and enjoy life, they grow into healthier adults. We teach by example.
Exactly. Creating balance isn't just for us, it's for the people we care about. It creates a better environment for everyone. So, Rick, after everything we've talked about, what does life work balance really mean to you?
For me, it means having time for both work and life without guilt. It means setting limits, enjoying small things, and not letting work control my whole day. It's about feeling good, not just looking busy.
That's beautiful. I think it's about choosing what matters most. Work is important, but so is your health, your peace, and your happiness. You don't have to do it all at once.
And balance looks different for everyone. For some, it's working fewer hours. For others, it's just learning to take better breaks. There's no perfect way, just better choices.
I love that. Start with one small change. Maybe it's taking a walk, turning off your phone at dinner, or saying no once this week. Every little step counts.
And don't forget, rest is not a reward. It's a need. You deserve to rest even when you're busy, especially when you're busy.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and download your free PDF worksheet. It's full of helpful words, reflection questions, and a balance tracker.
We hope this inspires you to take care of your time and yourself. And now, let's take a look at a few new words from this episode to help you reflect and grow even more.
Feel guilty. To experience a sense of remorse or regret for something you've done or not done. Example, I used to feel guilty for taking breaks during the day, but now I know rest is important.
Be grateful for. To appreciate and feel thankful for something or someone. Example, I try to be grateful for the little moments with my family. They matter most.
To feel grounded, to feel calm, stable, and connected to the present moment. Example, spending time in nature helps me feel grounded and present.
Intention, a purpose or aim behind an action, something done with thought and focus. Example, I started my day with the intention to stay calm and focused.
A sign of weakness, something that is mistakenly seen as showing lack of strength or ability. Example, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength.
To be overwhelmed, to feel emotionally or mentally overloaded, often by stress or too many responsibilities. Example: I felt overwhelmed with work, so I took a short walk to clear my mind.
Thanks again for being with us today. We hope this conversation helped you reflect on your own balance and priorities.
See you next time, and stay balanced.